Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you another video. All right, so the Lakers did waive Jordan Goodwin and Shake Milton today. I want to say thank you to those guys for contributing to our team. It's going to suck to see people depart, but unfortunately, we're trying to upgrade, and this is what was required in order for us to sign Marcus Smart. Yeah, man. Shake Milton, I was personally pretty okay with moving on from Shake. I don't think he really had much of a role. I don't think he fit much of a need for our roster. Um, Jordan Goodwin, he was not the worst player on our team. I'm just being honest with y'all. I didn't think Jordan Goodwin was the worst player on our team. He just wasn't. There are guys on this team that I would much rather let go of than Jordan Goodwin. But this is what was required from a financial standpoint. We were trying to make a trade to try to shake some things around. I thought it was said earlier today the Lakers were interested in potentially adding Maxi Kleber and Dalton Knecht to a deal of some sort. I think that would have cleared up the opportunity. We wouldn't have probably had to waive Jordan Goodwin depending on what we were taking back or whatever. But it didn't work out. It didn't work out that way, or maybe it's a separate deal and they have other things that they're trying to do. But I think the worst case scenario in my assumption is that we would waive Goodwin and Shake. We were hoping to get a trade for Shake, but we just couldn't get it done. So yeah, that's how that went, man. I guess I'm at peace because I don't think Jordan Goodwin's role is the same now that you're bringing in Marcus Smart. But I also feel a little uncomfortable with moving on from two guards at once. Because Bronny may not necessarily be ready, and Marcus Smart is not the greatest bet to stay healthy all season. Gabe Vincent, also not the greatest bet, not to mention I'm not a great fan of his. And so I just think our backup guard position we had a plethora of guards. We had plenty of depth at that position, and I think we ate away at our depth while simultaneously bringing in a less likely to stay healthy kind of roster. So that's really my concern, is there's a world where you find yourself missing multiple guards, and then you kind of miss a Jordan Goodwin. Plus, Jordan Goodwin did a lot of good intangible things on the defensive end. Very, very feisty, extra long arms for his height, so he was really able to get in passing lanes and stuff like that. I just don't think he should be out of the league. I don't. I think he had a role here that could potentially have been diluted. And maybe some of his other strengths don't necessarily complement a roster with Marcus Smart. His weaknesses rather may not complement Marcus Smart's weaknesses. They should not go together. They're both not great shooters. They're both not particularly tall. They're kind of the same player, only Marcus is better. But I still think there's a world where you want Jordan Goodwin on your team. And so I hope he finds his way in this league. I don't think he should be out the league. I really don't. But I also understand there's not a strong need for what he does everywhere. So yeah, that sucks, man. That's a guy who got waived who, by all intent and purposes, probably didn't deserve to be. And I think we should keep that in mind going forward. But yeah, man, that's really what it is. Contractual stuff requires numbers, and unfortunately I think he was just a math problem at this point. Just like Kevin Love found himself being a math problem, that's what Jordan Goodwin was. So not happy to see him go. But I think we are ecstatic to bring in Marcus Smart, and I think the Lakers are going to be extremely happy with the decision to sign Marcus Smart. I think that it goes without saying. I was looking at some highlights on Marcus Smart this morning. Very excited about what he could potentially do. I do understand there are going to be times where he doesn't live up to his last name. Okay, I want Laker fans to understand he's made some bad decisions in the past. On the court and off the court at times. But this is still a dog. This is still a very talented defender. This is a much improved three-point shooter. And if he could put his thinking cap on, he could really help you. There are going to be some times where he drives us crazy, though. I think I knew that, but I was reminded of it when I watched highlights and some stuff on him this morning. There are going to be times where you're going to look at him and say, Marcus, sit down, bro. So I'm just I'm just telling people right now, like we need not forget that he has that trait where you're just sitting there like, the hell is this dude doing? He has that. But more than not, he's going to be a tremendous defensive player. More than not, he's going to be very aggressive, and he's going to do more good than bad, I believe. And I think that he's almost out the league too. So he needs to get it right with us. Just like Ayton needs to get it right, Smart's in the same situation. Smart's in the same situation. They're both in the same boat. I don't know how many more chances they're going to get if this fails. So I would expect that they're both basically on tryout missions with the Lakers. And if they get it right, maybe they can stick with the Lakers. I think that would probably be best case scenario. Obviously, you want to play the market. But both of these players have a potential spot home here with the Lakers if this works. That's what I see there. Players that the Lakers will likely want to keep for multiple years if they are able to stick. And so, while a lot of times rentals come to your team, they're trying to get a spot in the league. A guy like Malik Monk signed with us looking to make a name for himself and then go get a bag. I think these type of players are coming in hoping to stay with the team. That's what I think. They both want 3-year deals with the team. So, I think they have a great opportunity here. Both of those players have a great opportunity. And you want to be on the Lakers, man. Good things come to the Lakers. That's what I would say to Marcus Smart and DeAndre Ayton. If you can find yourself on the Lakers for 5 years, chances of you walking away with at least a finals appearance is very high. Because we just be getting stuff. People just come here, man. Sometimes, and even when the league try to keep us from getting stuff, you still look up and, oh, Luka's wearing your uniform. Oh, LeBron's wearing your uniform. Oh, Anthony's wearing your uniform. Kobe's wearing your uniform. Shaq's wearing your uniform. Powell's wearing your uniform. All my life, you don't have to stay. You don't have to stay here too long before great things come to you. And I think that's what people need to understand about putting on this uniform. That's not your reality when you put on most uniforms in the NBA. Maybe something good will come your way. Maybe you have something good and you're leading it to the charge or whatever. But the Lakers, all you got to do is just put on the uniform for 12 years, and you're going to have like 2 different eras where you're probably NBA champions. That's just the truth. So, yeah, I don't doubt that's where it's headed because that's where it's always been. So, I don't. People who like Bradley Beal, other players who keep, Kawhi Leonard, just keep going other places other than the Lakers when they have a real opportunity to go to the Lakers, they don't ever experience what it is I just described. Good people come to play for our team. How they get here, who knows? Don't ask how we got Luka the Don. I have no idea. But he's here, ain't he? So that's pretty much what I got to say. BDL 44. I thank y'all for watching.